Today, I will recap Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. The story begins with the Arcadia Empire going through a coup. But only one person does. He was nicknamed the Black Hero. 5 years later, the former prince of the Arcadia Empire, Lux, accidentally trespassed into the female bath at Academy Night, and fell right in front of the new imperial princess, Lyshard Adismata. This incident made her very angry with Lux, but Lux tried to calm her down by praising her beautiful body.
まだ幼い感じなのに胸は結構あって、エロいです。
After Lux was imprisoned, some people met him and took him to the room headmaster. Since the incident was completely accidental, Lux was found not guilty. After the battle 5 years ago had reduced the number of male Dark Knights, the headmaster asked Lux to attend school there. But Lisha didn't agree with it. She wouldn't let someone peeking at her become a student there. She also challenged Lux to a duel in battle. Before that, Lux met his younger sister named Ari Arcadia. It turns out that they are labeled as criminals because they are the former imperial family of Arcadia. As forgiveness, they were charged with a huge debt, and Lux worked hard to pay the debt himself without involving his younger sister. The battle between Lisha and Lux started. The equipment they used was of completely different grades. Lux used an ordinary drag knight, while Lisha used a high-level special drag knight. Even though Lux's sword was broken from holding Lisha's attack, Lux could dodge all of her attacks and waited for the time to run out for the fight to end in a draw. Fearing that the fight would end in a draw, Lisha attacked Lux with a special ability. The ability was so powerful that it caused her energy to drain, and Lisha had difficulty controlling her drag knight. Then suddenly, an abyss monster appeared, attacking them. Lux fought against the monster alone so that Lisha could release a powerful shot and hit the monster accurately. For the first time, Lisha met a man who tried to help her. Therefore, Lisha decided to trust Lux completely. Lisha also showed the symbol of the Arcadia Empire on her stomach, and Lisha begged Lux to keep it a secret. The next day, Lux became a student at the Academy Night. He is in the same class as Lisha, and his childhood friend Filthy is the principal's little sister. Lux worked as an errand boy who took requests from people. Knowing this, female students approached him and wanted to ask Lux for help. Filthy tried to stop that, so Lux wouldn't have the hassle of accepting their request. Then there was another student who brought Lux out. Her name was Krulcifer. In return, she wants Lux to find the Black Hero who destroyed the old empire. At night, Lux remembered when he was with his brother named Fugil. Fugil had already confirmed that the old empire was conducting dangerous experiments on the citizens. Therefore, Fugil intended to kill them to create a new empire, whereas Lux wanted to minimize casualties. But Fugil killed everyone in the palace.
犠牲は最小限にって。
お前は何も分かっていない。王の器なんかじゃないのさ。最弱よ。
When Lux woke up, he was surprised to see Filthy sleeping with him. It turned out that Filthy was Lux's roommate because no more rooms were available. Then Lisha planned to be alone with Lux and take him to a restaurant. However, because she left their wallet behind, they spent time together in the center city. Lisha also explained that she was held hostage because her father participated in the coup. Lisha was treated cruelly, and her body was marked with the symbols of the old empire. The next day, a giant abyss appeared at the border. Lisha, along with the others, was deployed against the monster. The monster exploded and released many abyss, so Lisha and the others had a hard time fighting against them. There were even rebels from the old empire who attacked Lisha. Thus making Lisha helpless, but Lux immediately came to her rescue and showed his true strength. Lux used Bahamut's special drag knight. Without saying much, Lux immediately launched a very fast attack on all enemies. Eventually, he defeats his enemies single-handedly. The next day, all the students at the academy prepared a surprise to celebrate Lux's arrival. They spoiled Lux a lot, but some students still had not forgiven him and were still wary of him, because Lux had seen them in the baths. The headmaster held a competition to catch Lux. If successful, then that person can have Lux for a week. So the female students chase after Lux simultaneously. Lux tried to hide inside an empty room. It turned out to be a locker room. Several girls used the room to change clothes. Krulsifer managed to find Lux, but she kept Lux's presence there a secret so Lux would be indebted to her. Krulsifer took the red paper and asked Lux to be her boyfriend for a week.
これから1週間、あなたには私の恋人になってほしいの。
The next day, Lux asked why Krulsifer asked him to pretend to be her lover. Krulsifer explained that she wanted to avoid political marriage. On the day then, they started dating while Lisha and Filthy watched from behind. When in the afternoon suddenly, a group of people surrounded them. Krulsifer immediately used her drag knight that could see the future and easily defeated all the enemies.
Wise blood.
Then they meet Krulsifer's servant. She took them to a place and introduced a famous noble who wanted to marry Krulsifer. His name is Baltzeridikin, but Krulsifer rejected it because she was dating Lux. Hearing that annoyed him, and he challenged Lux to a drag knight duel. While Lux was exhausted after finishing his job, one girl took Lux somewhere. Lisha greeted Lux along with Filthy, who was wearing a maid outfit. They wanted to pamper Lux so that his tiredness would disappear. Even Lisha was willing to do anything to fulfill his desire. On the other side, 4 great nobles gathered together. They were discussing Ragnarok or abyss that exists in every ruin. There is news that the ruins have reappeared, and powerful weapons are in them. Therefore, nobility Baltzeridikin decided to lead an investigation into the ruins. The head of the school was also talking about the same thing. The students were gathered to discuss the investigation ruins. In order to enter the interior of the ruins, they needed a key, and that key was entrusted to Lux. They prepared to head to the ruins the next day, and Baltzeridikin went with them. When it arrived near the ruins, suddenly appeared an abyss that power could destroy the city. Of course, they had trouble fighting abyss. Even Krulsifer's drag knight power couldn't be used. But Baltzeridikin can defeat abyss in one strike. Thus making him even more proud and belittling Lux's abilities. After that, the ruins suddenly glowed, and Lux, trying to protect Krulsifer, was dragged away into the wreckage. Knowing they were already in ruins, they immediately explored the place. When they arrived at the altar, something amazing happened. Krulsifer was identified as a key because she wasn't a human from that world. She was found in ruins with a lost memory condition, and a noble family adopted her. But as time passes, Krulsifer begins to realize the truth about herself. Even everyone in the family, no one wants to approach her. Krulsifer put a lot of effort into studying to be recognized as a member of their family, but none of her wishes came true. Lux clasped her hands and cheered her on. Lux said that Krulsifer was a friend of theirs, so Lux asked her not to say words that would make people feel lonely. Lux also experienced his dark period when his mother lay weak, and no one helped him. In the end, they were ignored by the royal family as well as society. The result made Lux hate everyone, but Filthy saved him from hatred. After that, Lisha took them out and returned to the academy without finding anything. Before the fight against Baltzeridikin, Krulsifer requested Eri to put sleeping pills into the Lux drink. Krulsifer did that because she didn't want to involve Lux in her troubles. After that, Krulsifer came there alone and was aware of the purpose of Baltzeridikin. It turns out he didn't just want to marry her. He also wanted to use Krulsifer as a key to explore the ruins. When fighting, Baltzeridikin can corner Krulsifer because his drag knight ability can steal his opponent's strength. After that, Lux took part in the fight. He showed his true identity by wearing the black drag knight. But Baltzeridikin managed to seize Bahamut's abilities, so Lux had a hard time fighting him, and his drag knight began to go out of control. Even though he had been deprived of his ability, Lux could still unleash the strongest attack by causing his weapon to go out of control. In the end, the battle was won by Lux. In this way, Crucifer is freed from Baltzeridikin, while Lux is asked to become Krulcifer's fiancé. Without further ado, Krulcifer immediately kissed him, making Leisha jealous.
とても好きよ。え？何をやってるんだ！
A few days later, the appearance of Ragnarok in the Empire made things even more chaotic. There is someone who can fight Ragnarok. She is a student in Class 3 named Celestia Ralgris. Even though she is called the strongest student, there is one thing that makes it difficult for Lux to approach her, because Celestia was rumored that she was unsociable and hated men. Then Lux was forced to disguise himself as a girl to lure out the baddies who attacked female students. At night, Lux watched Celestia talking to a cat, and at the same time, a suspicious person attacked Lux. Celestia immediately helped Lux, but that person managed to escape from there.
それは認めません。危ない！
Because Lux was injured, Celestia took him for treatment. At that time, they talked to each other until Celestia liked him, but she didn't know Lux was a boy. The next day, Celestia wanted to expel Lux from the academy. She couldn't allow any boys to be accepted into the academy night. Leisha tried to defend her, but whatever she said, Celestia still couldn't accept it. Therefore, the headmaster suggested they duel at the night training base. A few days later, all students will receive practice and stay overnight on an island. Celestia was in charge of rigorously training the students to become stronger. That night, Lux received a request to give someone a massage. It turned out that the person who made the request was Celestia. Since he still had the wig and girl clothes, Lux immediately put them on and obeyed her orders. Celestia was happy to meet him and asked him to go for a walk in the city. So they both went together for a walk in the city the next day.
海水浴用のドレスだそうです。ルナも試着してみませんか？私、風邪気味ですから。
Then Celestia revealed that she didn't hate men. Instead, she was very interested in men. It's just that she doesn't know how to interact with boys.
本当は男嫌いなどではないのです。
The next day, the duel between Lux and Celestia started. Celestia's drag knight was equipped with unique abilities, while Lux only used standard equipment. Even so, Eri believed that Lux had a chance to win. On the other hand, it is revealed who the previous villain is. She is Sania, who is very close to Celestia. Also, someone blew the horn to summon the Abyss, and Ragnarok suddenly appeared from under the ground and disrupted the match. As a result, Lux and Celestia had to stop fighting and fight the monster, but they had a hard time fighting it because Ragnarok could regenerate. So Celestia can no longer fight. Lux immediately used Drag Knight Bahamut. Celestia was very surprised because Lux was a female student that she had known before. Lux apologized for not telling her. In exchange, he was willing to accept any punishment from Celestia later. Lux launched relentless attacks until his enemy was defeated. However, the core of Ragnarok was taken by Sania. The mastermind behind it is Hayes, who plans to destroy Lux's peaceful life. After that battle, Celestia accepted Lux as an academy student for saving her, and Celestia acknowledged her prowess. Since then, Celestia has fallen in love with Lux.
みんな先輩のこと可愛くて好きになると思いますよ。可愛い。
The ruins appeared around the island, and all students gathered to explore the ruins. Because the existing abyss and ruins had been defeated, there was a chance that the inner gate of the ruins had already opened. When exploring it, they find a girl sleeping. Krulcifer immediately asked the others to stay away from the place just in case. Whereas Krulcifer wanted to speak with that girl, she is neither a human nor an abyss, but a supervisor in ruins called an automaton. Krulcifer was confirmed as administrator. She had the authority to activate the system and give orders. When everyone was gathered, Krulcifer explained that the automaton she met was a puppet made by the old empire. Filthy was feeling unwell and having trouble walking. Feeling worried, Lux decided to help her. When they want to go to the system room inside the ruins, they find many canisters containing the abyss. It looks like the abyss was made in that place. On the other hand, Hayes blows her horn and awakens a part of the abyss to attack Lux. Knowing an abyss is attacking the city, Lux asked the headmaster to cancel the investigation. But she ordered them to continue the investigation since they were already halfway to the system room. Filthy and Lux decided to chase after the abyss outside. Filthy fought one of the abysses but was thrown into an old building. Meanwhile, Lux managed to defeat the abyss and immediately met Filthy.
なんだこれ。この場所。そんなはずはない。
Lux entered the underground room that used to be the old Empire's human weapons research site. At that moment, something went wrong when Filthy said there was still an abyss around there, and unexpectedly, the abyss was Filthy herself. Lux was almost killed by Filthy, but suddenly Filthy fainted. Hayes came there to explain she had planted the seed of the abyss inside Filthy's body, so Hayes can control Filthy to kill Lux. Because Filthy went against the order, she became sick and developed a high fever. If left unchecked, then her life is only a few days longer. Hayes asks Lux to work if he wants to save Filthy. Lux must open the main door of the ruins using Krulcifer as the key. Then Filthy's condition was getting better. The headmaster explained that Filthy had died 5 years ago due to experiments carried out by the old Empire. But she can still live because she has become a human half-abyss. Then Fugel contacted Lux. He said if he wanted to save Filthy, Lux had to kill Hayes as the master who had planted the abyss seed on the body of Filthy. The next day Lux and the others continued exploring the ruins. When they entered the main door of the ruins, the automaton suddenly turned against them and followed Hayes' words. Hayes also controlled Filthy to attack Lux with the others.
Missing fate.
But Eri realized that blowing the horn could cancel Hayes' command, so Eri could return Filthy's consciousness to normal and destroy Hayes' horn. But Hayes still didn't lose. She summoned Ragnarok. Lux and the others couldn't defeat the monster in the normal way. The attacks they launched made Ragnarok even stronger. Even though the battle this time was quite hard, Lux never gave up. With Leisha's help, Lux decided to fight his enemy by removing the restrictions on his weapons. The attack destroys Ragnarok, and Fugel advises Hayes to back off since she's already lost. They threw a party to celebrate Lux's recovery. There was even a big event in the city, and because of that, Leisha and the others were competing to ask Lux out. The headmaster suggested that Lux bring 3 people instead. He had to choose girl students as a reward for the effort they put into exploring the ruins earlier. Lux also accepted the headmaster's opinion. The next day, Lux had a date with Celestia in the city, because it was Celestia's first date with a boy, making her try to make Lux feel comfortable.
言ってて大丈夫ですか？これですまないな、セリス。続きはまた別の機会にしてくれたまえ。
After that, Lux met Krulcifer at the special banquet for nobles. They danced together there. Krulcifer, who has a mature personality, can change the atmosphere to be more romantic.
大人だな。敵は手強いぞ、セリス。
The last date is with Filthy. Because Lux looked exhausted, Filthy invited him to a place and allowed Lux to sleep on her lap. After that, Lux met Leisha. Leisha wanted to talk about something while being shy. She wanted Lux to be her knight on the day of the Empire Formation Festival. She would give a speech while introducing Lux to everyone. Leisha demanded an answer from him before the appointed day arrived. The next day, Eri told Lux an assassin was targeting him. Then suddenly, she appeared in front of them. She was named Yoruka, a former servant of the old Empire's Drag Knight. The reason for her arrival is only to serve Lux. She is willing to kill or work odd jobs. Even Lux can use herself as much as he wants.
お望みであれば、私をどのように使っていただいても構いませんわ。どのようにでもって。
Yoruka wanted to listen to Lux's promise to destroy the new empire and revive the old empire. Unfortunately, Lux had no intention of doing that. Then suddenly, Celestia came to attack Yoruka. The girls who liked Lux also worked together to attack Yoruka. However, Yoruka was very strong and managed to escape from there.
迷彩機能まであるのか。
On the other hand, Hayes, Sania, and Yoruka were planning to launch an attack during the inter-competition Drag Night in the new empire. While the three Grand Nobles also summoned Lux, they discussed the rebel group planning to destroy the new empire. According to the spy reports, there are around 100 abysses hiding. The Grand Nobles ordered Lux to be bait so the Empire's Drag Knights could defeat 100 abysses. Apart from that, Lux also ordered to win the Drag Knight competition. Even though Eri was worried about him, Lux still agreed to all orders from the Grand Nobles. In the afternoon, Lux met Yoruka again. She still wanted to persuade Lux to destroy the new empire, but Lux couldn't fulfill her request, so that Yoruka would become his enemy during the battle. The Drag Knight competition started, and initially, the competition went smoothly. But while Lisha was fighting, suddenly her Drag Knight went out of control and attacked the spectators. It was likely Yoruka's doing. That caused her to be punished and imprisoned. On the other hand, Lux fought with many Abyss alone and managed to lure the Abyss into a trap. However, the rebel army came with the giant warrior from the Fifth Ruins. Before the giant destroyed the city, Lux faced someone who led the rebel army. Since standard Drag Knights couldn't defeat the rebel army, Lux had no choice but to use Bahamut and slay them all. After that, Lux rescued Lisha from prison so she could join the fight to protect the new empire. Lux, along with Lisha, combine forces to launch a powerful attack and are helped by Filthy and Krulsifer to stop the movement of the giant. Irritated that the plan didn't go well, Hayes used a Drag Knight whose power could split a city in half. Lisha decided to fight it alone while Lux headed for the giant's control room, but instead, he met with Yoruka. Lux hoped to save Yoruka. Therefore, Lux faced her seriously and convinced her that Yoruka's actions were wrong. Ultimately, Yoruka realized Lux continued fighting alone for the Arcadia Empire. To save the decaying old empire, Lux destroyed it himself to create a new empire, knowing that Yoruka decided to serve Lux as her master. Therefore, Yoruka entered the control room to stop the giant's attack. Ultimately, the rebellion plan failed, and Lux also managed to defeat Hayes with one slash. After the atmosphere and the Empire peace, Lisha delivered her speech to the citizens. She introduced Lux as her personal knight who would prosper the new empire together with her. After that, Lux enjoyed a peaceful life with the girls who loved him. Yoruka was also willing to become Lux's concubine and immediately wanted to make children together. And that is the end of the video. Remember to subscribe and like this video, so see you in the next video.